Welcome into the show today with me, the Unhinged Father. Happy New Year to all of you. I apologize for being out for a couple of weeks. It's definitely been a real shit show to start to the beginning of the year. From Christmas to New Year's to illness to another fucking illness, travel, and then sleep regressions on top of that. It's just been an absolute crazy hot mess here at the Unhinged household. A little bit unhinged, in all honesty. And so I haven't had any time whatsoever to put towards podcasts, reading, anything like that. I'd love to come on here right now and just tell everyone how 2024 has been off to an amazing start. I'm following all of my own advice, reading, working out, journaling. I'm basically a fucking yogi at this point. Nope, absolutely not. Not anywhere close to that. I've been trying to sleep in to catch up on sleep. My boys have been waking up anywhere between 4:45 and 5:45 in the morning. So I'm still waking up early and not getting sleep, but I'm also not getting any of that benefit of, that self-care time. So it's just like a no sleep and take care of the boys type thing. Now this episode is going to be pretty short. I don't have a ton of time. It's been a crazy week so far, but I just want to get back into the habit of making these episodes, putting them out. It's definitely a good creative outlet. And I've gotten, maybe one or two text messages asking, hey, dude, when's the next podcast coming out? I'm not saying that this is the coolest thing ever or this is the best podcast ever or, who's Joe Rogan, but going to keep on trying to be consistent here this year in 2024. Going to start in February, basically. January, we're just going to consider that wasn't a month whatsoever. Some people do dry January. I do hair on fire January. Or, whatever little bit of hair that I still actually have left on my head. And I'm throwing around actually changing the name of the podcast as well. Dadsplain was just something I was trying to come up with a catchy title, something like that. But I think we're just going to switch it up to the Unhinged Father podcast. I don't want this to necessarily just be something for parents. I want it to be for other people as well, people who don't have kids. I think that there's a lot of stuff that, I as a parent, I as a millennial, I as a pretty normal fucking guy, there's things about my life, things that I do that could be relatable to a lot of other people. And sometimes I feel like that dadsplained moniker or that title might be pushing people away because they think that this is just a show all about parenting, changing diapers, stuff like that. That shit's in here, but it's definitely not all that this show is going to be about. If you got any thoughts, if you got any opinions, definitely let me know. 2024, I want to try and revamp the show a little bit. I mean, I've only been doing it for a couple of months anyways, and I don't have a ton, and this isn't anything super professional. Obviously, I'm not very professional. I'm just some idiot in his office at 5 o'clock in the morning talking to his computer. But I do want to do things that people want to listen to. I'm not just sitting here and talking to my computer for shits and giggles. I definitely want to make sure that it's something that people enjoy and that they're getting something out of. So if you've got any suggestions or you have something you want me to talk about, let me know. We're in the stage in the podcast where I think we're going to do a little retooling. And I think that's something that maybe that this, when I think about the title and the moniker of Unhinged Father, I think that's something that this country needs a little bit of right now. We need a little unhinged. Everyone's trying to get everything to go into these little cute little boxes or perfect little things. And sometimes this Instagram nation, this Facebook nation where everything's just perfectly curated, everything looks great, that shit ain't real. And I think that we need a little bit of unhinged. So if we need a little unhinged, I'm ready to present it to everyone. I'm ready to be the, big idiot that just comes on here, says whatever the fuck he wants, and, hopefully along the way gives you some good advice. Besides all that, the only other thing that's been on my mind is the fact that, I'm a Packers fan, and once again, the 49ers end our season. Now, I know I got a lot of good stuff to look forward to, but it just, we weren't supposed to be there, and we got there, and so I was like, fuck, we could at least make a run at this, and then the Niners come through and break my heart again. But luckily, we got a young team. We just fired our defensive coordinator, so I'm hoping we could come back next year and take the gold. And for all my 49er fans out there, which I know it's pretty much most of you, since a lot of my friends, people that listen to this, are 49er fans. I wish I could say I was rooting for you guys in the upcoming game against the Lions, but unfortunately, I will be rooting for the Lions, which I know is almost sacrilege for a Packers fan. But God, I just cannot stand some of the Niner fans, some of the comments that I've gotten. So, I'm just going to sit there, put on my Goff jersey, and get ready to bite some kneecaps. Like I said, we're going to do a short episode today. It's not fully thought out. This is just me going off the cuff right now. Got a little congestion. You might be able to hear it. So we might just be getting hit with another fucking plague in this household. I really hope not, but that's definitely a potential. But I just wanted to give you a little story on that happened to me the other day that's just kind of fully encompasses how our 2024 has started off. So I brought both boys home. My wife was working late, so I brought both boys home, was like, you know what, we're going to have a great night. Let's go for a walk. We'll get out, get some energy. It's still a little bit light outside. It's not raining. Let's go get some energy out. Determined to get them outside, get them walking, and hoping that it would keep them tired enough to make it through the night. So we get home, and the first thing that I smell is dog shit. Now, our new dog, Loki, the little puppy, he's now half the dog he used to be, and he was neutered. So he's just been going fucking nuts because we've had to keep him basically sedated in his cone, and he can't get in and out of the goddamn doggy door because of this stupid fucking cone. So I walk in, I've already cleaned up some of his dog shit from earlier this week, and we have this thing called the Nugget, which is like this big foam pad that the kids can play on. And I look over, and there's just this huge turd sitting there. I'm still determined for us to go for a walk, so I go clean it up, try and have a great attitude about it, pick it all up. As I'm doing this, my youngest 1-year-old, who's walking now and has a little terror, tries to go and grab the poop, and I've got no one else there to help me, so I have to run, yell at him, tell him not to do it, get it all cleaned up. We get on a walk. We come back. We have dinner, made tri-tip. The kids loved it. They ate like 2 pounds of tri-tip each and just didn't eat anything else, which I guess is a good thing. And then I get them down, ready for bath time. And so they're sitting in the bath. Both of them still bathed together. My youngest sits in this little seat so he can't like get up and move or fall down into the water. He's twisting to look up to me, smiling real big, and then he starts kind of grunting, but I think it's because he's turning to the left and kind of twisting his body. And then all of a sudden there's a brown substance that quickly shoots out into the water. And I'm like, shit. Pick up my eldest, pull him out, pick up my youngest, pull him out. Just got shit all over me now. He's dripping it all over me. There's a shower right next to the bathtub that they're in. I turn it on to rinse off both of them to make sure that I, clean everything off. My eldest starts screaming, crying because he doesn't want to get into the shower and his toys are still in the poop water. And I have to like kind of yell at him, just say, dude, you need to get in the fucking shower. All right, bud, I need you to like rinse off. You have your brother's shit all over you. And I'm not using cuss words at this point. I'm not trying to still be a good example to them. Get him in there. He's screaming, crying. Wash him off. While I'm holding his younger brother so he doesn't walk around everywhere. Pull him out. Get him in a towel. Put the younger one in. He starts fucking screaming and crying because he's going into the water and I'm having to rinse him off. I've still got shit all over me. Get both boys out. Dry them off. Take them into the living room. Try and get them set up to do something so I can go, drain this stew that's just, basically bubbling in the bathtub. All the toys, this chair, and then just, everything else just floating in there. And my eldest gets scared, obviously because I've been a little upset. And he comes in screaming and crying and, it's just me by myself trying to take care of all that. And that's just kind of, one thing after the other. And, yeah, it was pretty much how 2024 has been going for us so far. So I'm determined to just, not let that kind of shit get in the way of having a good year. Really going to try and control what I can control. And, it's kind of funny looking back on it. It's a good story to tell in the future. But during the moment, it was definitely not funny. And I was just sitting there thinking, how the fuck do single parents do this shit? Like, how do they take care of children by themselves when they, when all of this stuff's happening? So that being said, I hope you all had a great holiday season. I hope you all had a good new year. 2024, off to a hot start, but determined to make sure that it's a good year. Going to get back into trying to do regular episodes. I don't know if they're going to be weekly. I don't know if I'm going to have the time for that. May end up being bi-weekly. So I'll keep y'all posted. Any recommendations you have, definitely send them over to me. I appreciate everyone who listens. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Go Lions. And as always, be good, try hard, do your best.